We are coming to you live from the McPherson Academic and Athletic Complex for the second time here today as Game 2 of our Otterbein Cardinals and Mount Union Purple Raiders doubleheader is getting ready to get underway here as the men's basketball team will take on the Otterbein Cardinals here. As once again, Jacob Attar alongside me, we have the great Davis Roby. And Davis, a matchup of really two great teams in the OAC so far this season and a pivotal matchup for the Raiders. Raiders coming into this one 10-2, 4-2 in OAC play, but the Otterbein Cardinals 10-3, also 4-2 in OAC play. The winner of this one will get ahead of the loser in this one as far as the OAC standings go. But first, let's take a look at these Otterbein Cardinals. Like I mentioned, 10-3 coming into this one, 4-2 in the OAC. Davis, who are some guys that you're really looking out for here tonight for the Otterbein Cardinals?
Yeah, we're going to go with the Otterbein Cardinals leading scorer for the men's basketball team, Dallas Patrick, who's averaging just a tad under 14 per game with 13.8, but also is second on the team with just over 5.5 rebounds. And in the last game, which was a win against John Carroll, Jake Justice and Brennan Raines led the Cardinals with 14 points each. Cam Evans added 13 points, as well as Justin Carter, who had 9 points and 12 rebounds and 5 assists. Overall, great game from Carter. And Otterbein hit 11 three-pointers in the contest and out-rebounded John Carroll 39-29. The Mount Union Purple Raiders definitely got a hard matchup against them, as the Otterbein Cardinals looked great in their last game against John Carroll.
Yeah, the Cardinals coming into this one winning 4 of their last 5 games, including, like how Davis mentioned, that 81-75 victory over the John Carroll Blue Streaks. Their only loss was one of the teams that actually beat Mount Union this season. The 21st ranked Heidelberg Student Princes defeated them by a narrow score of 75-72. So the Raiders definitely in for a great matchup here tonight. And as for the Raiders, they're coming off their worst loss of the season. They lost 84-59 on Wednesday down in Marietta to the 8th ranked Pioneers. And Davis, in order for the Raiders to really bounce back in this one, who needs to step up here tonight for Mount Union?
I think someone who really needs to step up for Mount Union is the senior Braden Poole. He's third on the team in points per game with just over 11 and leads the team in rebound.
For the Otterbein Cardinals, they are led by third-year head coach Andy Winters, and their starting lineup consists of the redshirt senior, number 3, the forward from Zanesville, Ohio, Justin Carter. The freshman guard, number 4, Dominic Cantrella, gets the start here, hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio. Number 15, Jake Justice, the senior guard from Wadsworth, Ohio, gets the start here. The junior guard, as Davis mentioned, the leading scorer here for the Otterbein Cardinals, number 33, Dallas Patrick, also gets the start. And lastly, rounding out that starting 5 is a senior forward from Wadsworth, Ohio as well, number 42, Reed Black. And for your Mount Union Purple Raiders, they are led, as always, by 11th-year head coach Mike Feuline. Their starting lineup consists of number 3, the junior guard from Akron St. Vincent St. Mary High School, Chris Painter Jr. Number 13, Darrell Newsom, the senior forward from Twinsburg, Ohio, also gets a start here. Making his 3rd consecutive start is the sophomore guard from Canton Glen Oak High School, number 22, Christian Parker. Number 24, Ethan Stanislawski, the senior guard from Massillon Jackson, also gets a start here. And rounding out that starting 5 is the senior forward hailing from McDonald, Ohio, Braden Poole. And so now with the starting 5s all announced, we will get ready here for a big-time OAC matchup. It's like how we mentioned, both these teams come into today 4-2 in OAC play, so this is crucial as far as standings go in the OAC. Taking a look at that, actually, Heidelberg and Marietta both undefeated in the OAC so far this season. They're the only 2 undefeated squads. Mount Union, just because they have a 10-2 record, is on top of Otterbein right now. They're in a 3-way tie for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Goes Mount Union, Otterbein, and Baldwin-Wallace, each holding a 4-2 conference record. So this is going to be crucial here for the Purple Raiders and able to stay in the top 3 in the OAC standings.
And you're right, Jacob. This is a very crucial game for the Purple Raiders as they, like we said earlier in the broadcast, try and rebound from that 25-point loss against the Marietta Pioneers. We'll see how they fare today against the Otterbein Cardinals.
As Parker and Black will jump here, and a big-time jump there from Christian Park will get the ball to Stanislawski as we are underway for game number 2 here at the MAC. Stanislawski gives it up to Poole. Poole will hand it off to Newsom. Darrell Newsom now will give it over to Stanislawski. Stanislawski fires up a three. That one's no good. And the rebound to the Cardinals.
Yeah, and it was a nice dish from Darrell Newsom to Stanislawski, but Stanislawski's shot was just off the mark as Mount Union is getting the ball from that turnover from the Otterbein Cardinals.
Yep, Dallas Patrick just a little bit out of control there, dribbles it off his foot, and the Raiders force an early turnover here just 30 seconds into this one. Ethan Stanislawski now will bring it up for Mount Union, takes a screen from Parker and drives. Stanislawski now gets cut off, kicks it out to Painter. Painter over to Newsom, and Newsom now gives it over to Ethan Stanislawski. Finds Poole in the corner, 10 on the shot clock. Poole will try to drive, had it knocked away momentarily, gives it over to Newsom, but that was too high. Great defense there by the Cardinals, forces a turnover.
Yeah, Poole probably should have looked for someone right in front of him instead of throwing it to Darrell Newsom. Nonetheless, the ball sails away from him, and it is now Otterbein ball.
So the Raiders will apply some pressure here as the freshman guard, Dominic Cantrella, will bring it up. And Cantrella gets things going here for the Cardinals. He will give that one up to Jake Justice. Justice now over to Black. Back on over to Cantrella. And Cantrella picks up his dribble, gives it over to Dallas Patrick. Patrick now 9 on the shot clock, trying to drive on Newsom. Patrick puts up the layup. Great contest there by Darrell Newsom, forces the miss.
Yeah, he had great defensive positioning throughout that whole drive.
Stanislawski now pushes the pace, gives it up to Painter for 3, but that one's in and out, and the rebound to Cantrella. Cantrella now tries to drive on Chris Painter Jr., and we're going to get our first whistle here of the day, as there's going to be a foul on the Raiders. We'll see who they get on that one. They will get Chris Painter Jr., so that'll be his first personal and team's first here of the half.
Yeah, definitely the right call from the referee right there. Chris Painter Jr. definitely stuck his arm out and made too much contact right there with Dominic Cantrella.
Cantrella inbounds it to Patrick as they swing the ball around the perimeter. Cantrella now back with possession. He gives it up to Reed Black. Black now, 13 on the shot clock. He will hand that one off to Justin Carter, who fires up a 3, banks in the 3, and Otterbein with the early 3-0 lead here.
Well, Jacob, it isn't Sunday, so the banks are open today. Nice shot right there from Justin Carter, and now Otterbein finds himself with the first points of the game.
3-0 here is Stanislawski over to Painter, who finds Christian Parker down low, and Christian Parker couldn't get the layup to fall, but that's because he was fouled, so Parker will head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, Parker did a great job of securing that ball in the post and really fighting for a shot against Reed Black and put it up to, and he unfortunately missed the shot, got fouled, but he is at the line for 2.
And so that foul will be on Reed Black, his first personal, team's first of the half, and Parker's first free throw is good. Getting the Raiders on the board here makes it 3-1 Otterbein. And right there, Parker's second free throw is short. Makes it still 3-1 here in favor of the Cardinals. And Justice will give it up to Cantrella. Cantrella takes a screen from Black. Now met by Painter, picks up his dribble, and will give it over to Justice. Justice now over to Patrick. Raiders playing some nice defense here, but Reed Black got behind Christian Parker and gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, as soon as Parker saw Reed Black cut to the basket, he slapped his hands because he knew that his defensive pressure was just not there, and it leads to the easy layup for Black.
Newsom now with it. He gives it up to the rolling Christian Parker. Parker puts it up, puts it in, but he's going to be called for the charge there, and so that'll be Parker's first personal foul.
Yeah, Parker getting a little frustrated there on back-to-back possessions on the defensive end, getting blown by Reed Black, and then committing the charging foul. And now it is Otterbein ball.
Great job by Justin Carter right there, putting his body on the line and taking that charge. As Cantrella now is going to take a screen from Reed Black. Cantrella gives it up to Patrick. Patrick now down low to Reed Black. He's going to go to work on Parker. And Black picks up his dribble. He was tipped out by Parker, but Black got it right back. 6 to go on the shot clock, now 5. And they're going to get bailed out here with a foul call, as Darrell Newsom's going to get called here for the reach-in. That'll be his first personal, team's third.
Yeah, Newsom just stuck his arm out right there and made some decent contact with Cantrella as Otterbein is now inbounding the ball.
And with that, shot clock's now up to 20 seconds as Cantrella has it. And Cantrella gives it up to Reed Black. Black now tries to find a cutting Dallas Patrick's able to do so. Patrick now kicks it out to Carter. Carter over to Cantrella. Great ball movement as they fire up a three from the corner. It's no good. Rebound to Parker. Parker now pushes the pace, gives it up to Chris Painter Jr., gives it right back to Parker. Parker fires mid-range. No good. Rebound Dallas Patrick.
Yeah, Parker had a great look there, just couldn't get the mid-range jumper to go for himself.
Justin Carter pulls up from the middle of the lane. That one's good. And with that, Coach Feuline is not too pleased with this team. And they're going to call a timeout here. Just 4 minutes into this one, Mountain Union trailing 7-1 here early on. Davis, what does Mountain Union really need to do to try to stop the bleeding here as Otterbein's really gotten off to a fast start?
Yeah, I think that their defensive rotations have been a little lackluster so far to start the game. But on the offensive side of the ball, they just have not been making their shots, kind of just how the women's team started their game just earlier today. And, you know, like we had been saying, Jacob, in order to keep up in this game, you need to make your shots, and that's what Mount Union needs to start doing. You need to start converting on the offensive side of the ball.
That's for sure. As credit Otterbein's defense so far, the Raiders have yet to hit a shot from the floor. They're 0 for 3 in the first 4 minutes of this one. As same fives will be out for both squads. We'll see what the Raiders come out with here. As Braden Poole will inbound it. Gives it up to Stanislawski. Stanislawski now. Will bring it up for the Raiders. And he will take a screen from Christian Parker. He now gives it up to Darrell Newsom. Newsom now kicks it over to Painter in the corner. Painter down low to Parker. And Christian Parker with a strong move inside gets it for 2.
Yeah, that's what we like to see out of Christian Parker. A nice strong post move for the sophomore. Makes it, 3 points for the Raiders now.
7-3 now as Jake Justice kicks it over to Cantrella. Cantrella takes a screen from Black, gives it to him on the pick and pop action. Black now over to Carter. Carter tries to drive, puts it up. Great contest by Parker, forces the miss.
Yeah, and there was just great defense all around right there by the Raiders. Did not let anyone slip by them.
Stanislawski now trying to put the moves on Justice. Fires up a 3. That one got the friendly bounce off the rim, and Ethan Stanislawski hits the 3.
It's been a great response from the Raiders up after the timeout by Mike Feuline. Looking way better to start the game.
7-6 now as Braden Poole comes up with the steal, and Chris Painter Jr. picks up the loose ball. Painter now over to Parker, over to Stanislawski. Great ball movement over to Newsom for 3. He knocked it down. An 8-0 run here. Darrell Newsom's fired up, and the Raiders respond well from Coach Feuline's timeout, and they leave Coach Andy Winters no choice but to call a timeout of his own as the Raiders find themselves on top now, 9-7. Davis, what's really led Mount Union on this 8-0 run? What has changed really for them out of the timeout?
They've been doing a great job of now making their shots, Jacob. They found some really nice open spacing and a really nice bucket there by Christian Parker in the post. I did notice that the Otterbein bench was a little chirpy when they were up by 6, and now it's a little bit more quiet just because the Raiders did go on that 8-0 run.
Yeah, that's for sure. As Mountain Union just with a great response there. Credit their defense as well. As on that last possession, for example, just a great job by Braden Poole getting the steal and just incredible ball movement to get Darrell Newsom for the open 3. So the Raiders now on an 8-0 run after trailing 7-1 early on in this one. Now find themselves on top 9-7 with 15:03 to go here in the half. Justice inbounds it to Cantrella. Cantrella now as the Raiders run a press, but Justice is able to break it. Justice now wants to get it back over, and he does, over to number 5, Cam Evans, who just checked in for the first time here tonight. Cantrella puts up the layup. That one's no good. Rebound, though, to Otterbein, and Evans hits the 3 right there, fresh off the Otterbein bench.
Yeah, just too many defenders right in the post. It left Cam Evans wide open for that nice 3-point shot.
Also another substitution here for Otterbein. Number 24, Anthony Holmes, sees his first action here tonight. as Parker sets the screen here for Stanislavski. Stanislavski fires up the mid-range, and Ethan Stanislavski now with 5 points makes it 11-10 Mount Union.
Yeah, just did a great job of getting some space and made the shot.
As Cantrella now fakes the handoff to Carter, but picks up his dribble in the process. Now gives it over to Justice. Justice now. With Newsom defending, he will give that one on up. And now driving is Cam Evans. Evans puts up the floater. That one's no good. Rebound to Parker. And Parker will push the pace now for the Raiders. Gives it over to Chris Painter. And Painter now fakes like he's going to drive, puts up a three. That one's off. And the rebound to Jake Justice.
Yeah, and I thought Chris Painter probably should have ran some kind of set or offensive play right there. Instead, he just tosses up the three, and it is no good.
Evans takes a screen from Holmes, gives it to him on the pick and roll. Pick and roll right there was run to perfection as Anthony Holmes gets to the bucket for 2.
Yeah, even with 2 guys around him, Holmes still found a way to get that ball off the backboard and in the basket.
Chris Painter now, the Raiders trailing by 1, 12-11, kicks it over to Newsom in the corner for 3. That time it's no good. Fight for the rebound though, and they're going to get the Cardinals on that one as Braden Poole draws the personal.
Yeah, and it looked like Braden Poole was even held a little bit, trying to jump up for that ball. Only reached out with one arm. So it was a great call by the referees right there.
As they're going to get Justin Carter there on the personal. As for Otterbein, plenty of substitutions here. Bryson Lane, Ryan Cutler, and Brennan Rains all check in for Otterbein. Mike Scariotis checks in for Mount Union, as does Logan Hill, back from his brief absence in the lineup. As Scariotis now with it. Scariotis kicks it over to Darrell Newsom. Newsom now, back over to Poole. Poole tries to drive baseline, kicks out to Scariotis. Scariotis now with 6 on the shot clock. And they're going to call an out of bounds right there, as they say Scariotis' foot was indeed on that baseline, and so it'll be a turnover for the Raiders.
Yeah, the Otterbein bench awfully chirpy here, as I'm sure that's part of the mind games they're trying to play against the Purple Raiders.
And that's for sure, as Lane brings it up now for Otterbein. He kicks it over to Evans. Now with it is Ryan Cutler. Cutler now trying to drive on Poole, puts it up, and he's going to draw the personal right there, as Braden Poole is going to be called for his first personal foul, 4th team foul of the half, and Ryan Cutler heads to the free throw line for 2.
Braden Poole just too overly aggressive, trying to make that contested shot for Ryan Cutler just a little bit more difficult. Cutler at the line for 2.
Cutler's first free throw is up and no good. Score remains 12-11 in favor of the Cardinals. I'd like to make note, too, with Logan Hill back in the lineup. Unfortunately, though, for the Raiders, they are without one of their key contributors here tonight as well. Adam Cheney is out tonight, a key contributor off that Mount Union bench. As Cutler's second free throw is up and good. Makes it 13-11 Cardinals. Stanislavski now kicks it over to Braden Poole, as Poole will now drive, and on the drive he's going to draw the foul. They're not going to count the basket. I don't believe they are. They will not give him continuation.
That's a shame. That was actually a really nice layup right there by Braden Poole.
Yeah, that's for sure. Definitely a quick step right there by Braden. Nonetheless, he draws the personal, and it'll be the 3rd team foul of the half for the Cardinals. Off the inbounds, Poole gets it, puts it up, and Braden Poole puts it in, tying this game up.
Braden Poole showing he is the bigger man on that play, really used his body to his advantage, and really got some good spacing between him and Ryan Cutler.
Tied up at 13 now as Bryson Lane drives, kicks it on out to Cam Evans. Evans fires up a 3, that one's short. Rebound Stanislavski. Stanislavski now brings it up for the Raiders. He will take a Logan Hill screen. Stanislavski now tried to feed Logan Hill, but that one's stolen away by Holmes. But right off that, it's stolen by Newsom. Scariotis now puts it up, puts it in, and they're going to call a blocking foul as well. Thought momentarily that the referee signaled a charge, but it was actually for an and one opportunity.
Yes, he definitely made the right call there. I thought he was going to call a charging foul, but it looked like the Otterbein defender did have his feet on that restricted arc, Jacob.
He did indeed, and that's why Scariotis was able to draw the blocking foul. As his free throw is up and good, he's able to complete that and one opportunity. So the freshman with a great layup there, and the Raiders find themselves on top 16-13 now. MJ Davis sees his first action here tonight for Otterbein, and Dallas Patrick makes a return. Bryson Lane now has it. He will hand it off to Davis. Davis now kicks it on over to Rains, as Rains takes a screen from Holmes. Rains almost shuffled his shoes there. He kicks it on around back to him now, and great two-man action there as Rains gave it to Bryson Lane, and Lane back to Rains for the open three.
Very impressive arc right there on his shot by Brennan Rains. Stanislawski, not a short man, as he is 6'3".
Stanislawski with the quick jab step on Rains, really got that Mountain Union bench fired up, but he couldn't knock down the three. A rebound goes to Lane. Lane drives, kicks it over to Rains now, and Bryson Rains this time Brennan Rains this time did indeed shuffle those shoes, and so it'll be a turnover for Otterbein. Substitution here for Mountain Union. Stanislawski's going to take a seat. Chris Painter Jr. re-enters the game for the Raiders. So Painter will bring it up now for Mountain Union, and tries to put the moves on Rains, and he returns the favor himself. A traveling violation on Chris Painter Jr. gives the ball right back to Otterbein.
Yeah, Painter Jr. trying to drive into the lane right there, but just took an extra step and causes the turnover for the Raiders, and is now Otterbein ball.
Reed Black returns here for the Cardinals. This score remains tied at 16. 10:56 to go here in the first half. MJ Davis will inbound it here, and Bryson Lane will bring it on up. Lane now guarded closely by Scariotis. We'll take a screen from Reed Black. Kicks it on over to Dallas Patrick. Patrick now down low inside to Black. He's met by Braden Poole. Poole with the rejection down low as well. Tries to save it, but a great defensive sequence there from Braden Poole.
Yes, a very acrobatic play right there by Braden Poole. Timed his jump perfectly with Reed Black to block that shot, and tried to make that great save from the ball going out of bounds. Unfortunately, he did not, and is still Otterbein ball.
Bryson Lane will inbound it. He gives it to Dallas Patrick. Almost stolen, though, by Darrell Newsom. Now at the top of the key is MJ Davis for the three, and MJ Davis is on the scoreboard with his first 3 points tonight.
Yeah, Darrell Newsom actually did a good job of trying to cover as many people as he can and contest the shot.
19-16 now. Scariotis kicks it over to Painter. Painter thought about the three, instead gives it right back to the freshman. Now Scariotis drives, tried to find Logan Hill, but that one's stolen away. Dallas Patrick will bring it up for Otterbein. Patrick now. Newsom defending, he will kick it over to Lane. Lane now down low inside to Black. And Patrick now pulls up for the mid-range. That one's good. Otterbein now on top, 21-16.
Yeah, just not enough pressure right there on Dallas Patrick as he rose up very easily and made that mid-range jump shot for the Cardinals.
9:45 to go in the half. And Painter Jr. tries to stop the bleeding here for the Raiders as Otterbein now finds themselves on an 8-0 run. Newsom kicks it over to Scariotis. Scariotis now feeds Logan Hill down low. Logan Hill drives, and Logan Hill puts it in. Much needed basket for Mountain Union, and Logan Hill will have an opportunity for a three-point play.
And like you said, Jacob, that basket was huge, and it's great to have Logan Hill back out on the court for the Raiders. They definitely missed him with his 2-game absence with COVID protocols, and now he is at the line for the N1.
And that was a very clutch bucket right there from Logan Hill. And actually, my apologies, they're going to wave that basket off. They're going to not give him continuation. An interesting call right there by the referees. And so instead it will be Mountain Union basketball. Painter now with it and gives it back to Hill. Hill now drives. And Hill, for the second time on this possession, is going to draw the personal.
Yeah, Holmes just way too aggressive trying to guard Logan Hill on that play and almost caused Logan Hill to trip.
So Holmes comes back in after a brief absence and immediately fouls Logan Hill. Jake Justice also returns for Otterbein, as does Justin Carter and Dominic Cantrella. As off the inbounds, Chris Painter fires up a three, and Chris Painter hits the corner three for the Raiders.
Just got that screen from Logan Hill and made that count. Interesting to note, Jacob, Mountain Union's already in the bonus with 9 minutes left in this first half.
So So it's now 21-19 as Cantrella drives. Kicks it around the perimeter, they go. And Justin Carter now with it. Carter will give it on up to Holmes. Holmes now over to Patrick. Dallas Patrick, the strong drive, and it's rejected by Christian Parker. Scariotis now will bring it up. He kicks it over to Painter. Painter over to Parker for the three. That one's short, and the rebound to Carter.
That was a great look right there by Christian Parker, who usually does knock those shots down.
Carter now kicks it out to Holmes. Holmes over to Justice. Justice now takes a screen from Holmes, who finds Holmes on the roll. That one's off. Great defense once again by Parker.
Yeah, and Mount Union's been doing a great job of putting pressure on the Otterbein Cardinals lately on these past few defensive possessions.
Painter Jr. now takes a screen from Christian Parker. Tries to put the moves on Jake Justice, but he lost his dribble. Gives up to Newsom. Newsom hesitates on the three, kicks out to Scariotis. Scariotis now drives baseline, draws two defenders. 7 on the shot clock now, gives it up to Hill. Hill back to Scariotis, 4 on the shot clock. Need to get something up. Scariotis tried to get something, but that one's blocked by Cantrella. Cantrella at the other end now, gives it to Dallas Patrick. And with that wild sequence of events, Dallas Patrick's going to head to the free throw line for 2.
Yeah, Patrick did a great job of waiting until Darrell Newsom left his feet in order to take that shot and use the contact in order to draw himself go up to the line.
It's Newsom's second personal foul, and it'll be the 15th foul here of the half. And so Dallas Patrick's going to head to the free throw line here, shooting 2. 7:46 to go in this half. Otterbein on top, 21-19. Dallas Patrick's first free throw is up and good. Stanislawski and Poole will return here for the Raiders. So Dallas Patrick now makes it 22-19 in favor of the Cardinals. And Patrick's second free throw is up and good. 23-19 Otterbein. Dallas Patrick now with 4 points in this one, as Stanislawski will bring it up now for the Raiders. Stanislawski hands it off to Painter. Painter gives it up to Scariotis. Scariotis now over to Braden Poole. He finds Christian Parker in the post. Parker now puts it up, puts it in. A strong move there by the sophomore.
Yeah, Parker didn't need any fancy moves right there. Just turned around and took Holmes straight on for that nice bank shot.
22-21, Christian Parker with 5 points now as Dallas Patrick goes to work on Scariotis. Down low in the lane, great defense by the freshman, and that one's stolen away by Parker momentarily, but he couldn't corral it before it goes out of bounds. Will remain Otterbein basketball.
And that's what you like to see from the Purple Raiders defense, just being an aggressive and really trying to force these errant passes from the Otterbein Cardinals.
11 seconds on the shot clock, 7:07 to go here in the half. It's 23-21. As Cantrella hands it off to Carter. Carter now, nice spin move on Poole. Puts it up, that one's no good. Rebound to Christian Parker.
Even with that fancy move, Braden Poole sticks with him throughout the whole way and contests the shot very well.
Stanislawski now picks up his dribble, kicks it over to Scariotis, who finds Christian Parker down low inside, and Parker ties things up with a nice move in the post. So it's 23-23 now after that great pass and great bucket. A nice assist from Mike Scariotis to Christian Parker. Kim Evans will return here for Otterbein, as this game is now tied up at 23.
And looks like head coach for the Otterbein Cardinals, Andy Winters, is talking to that referee that was on the baseline, maybe trying to get a foul call or something. Maybe Christian Parker might have pushed off. Don't really know. Regardless, Otterbein still has the ball.
Cantrella now hands it off to Carter. Carter kicks it over to Evans. Evans now up top to Holmes. Holmes now guarded closely by Parker. Gives it off to Cantrella. Cantrella drives. Is met though by Parker. Now Cam Evans with 8 on the shot clock tries to drive on Scariotis. They're going to call Scariotis on the personal here. So that'll be Mike Scariotis' first personal foul, 16th foul of the half.
Yeah, Cam Evans just way stronger on that drive right there, and Scariotis was really trying to find a way to stay in front of him, and the only way was to foul him, unfortunately.
Reed Black will return here for Otterbein, as Cantrella will get set to inbound. He gives it up to Cam Evans. Evans now over to Black, and Black will hand it on off to Justice. Justice now back to Cantrilla. Cantrilla tries to put the moves on Stanislawski. He's met by Parker momentarily as well. As 8 on the shot clock now, Reed Black will kick it out to Evans. 4 on the shot clock, 3, and Evans fires one up, and it's blocked by Scariotis. And Parker brings it up, kicks it over to Scariotis for the corner 3. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound. They're going to get Christian Parker with an over the back. So that's going to be Parker's second personal. 7th foul of the half, so it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Otterbein.
Yeah, and, Scariotis got a little bit revenge on Cam Evans, who blocked his shot on one of the previous possessions. But there is a foul on Christian Parker, like you said, Jacob, and it looks like Justin Carter is up at the line.
Justin Carter will have the 1-and-1 opportunity here. The redshirt senior from Zanesville, Ohio. His first free throw is up and good. Makes it 24-23 Otterbein, 5:51 to go here in the half. Returning for the Cardinals was number 12, Brendan Rains, and returning for Mount Union is Logan Hill as Christian Parker takes a seat with those 2 fouls. Carter's second free throw is up and good as well. 25-23 Otterbein here as Stanislawski brings it up for the Raiders. Stanislawski now will give that one on up to Scariotis. Scariotis tried to find Braden Poole, but that one is knocked out of bounds by Carter. Will remain Mount Union basketball.
Scariotis made the right read trying to get that ball down to Braden Poole, but didn't get the ball to him fast enough as it does get tipped out of bounds.
Stanislawski now will give it up to Chris Painter Jr. Painter Jr. fires up a 3. That one's no good, and the rebound to Jake Justice. Justice going to slow things down just a little bit here for Otterbein as they hold on to a 2-point lead. Gives it up to Brennan Rains. Rains now. Tried to get it over to Carter. Was stolen away momentarily by Poole. Fight for the ball, though. Jake Justice comes up with it. Justice now swings it over to Evans. Evans drives baseline. Met by Mike Scariotis. Is going to be a turnover there. Great defense by Scariotis. Forces the miscue for Otterbein.
Yeah, and it looks like Cam Evans just slipped while trying to drive to the basket and looking for the foul call right there, but good defense by Scariotis.
As Andrew Keller checks in, seeing his first action here tonight for Mount Union. Stanislawski now will bring it up for the Raiders. Stanislawski finds Keller on the perimeter. Keller now drives. Andrew Keller dumps it off to Logan Hill for the mid-range. That's an air ball. Fight for the rebound. Chris Painter Jr. is coming up with it. And Painter now kicks over to Stanislawski. And don't exactly know what the foul call or anything was on that. And I believe the ref thought that the ball might have hit the rim potentially, which if that was the case, then it would be a reset shot clock, but it did not appear that it hit the rim. And that's indeed what it was. They were trying to figure out if that ball hit the rim. It was an air ball, though. So there's 8 seconds here on the shot clock. Keller will inbound it to Stanislawski. Stanislawski drives now, puts it up. Nice strong take from Ethan Stanislawski for 2.
Stanislawski said, "Give me the ball," as he makes a strong drive down the baseline and makes that easy layup, and now ties the game for the Raiders.
Tied up at 25 here. Carter now will have it. Gives it up to Reed Black. Black now dumps it down low inside to Brennan Rains. Rains over to Justice, back over to Carter, back over to Evans. Evans now down low to Reed Black. Black now trying to go to work. Gives it out to Carter. Carter thought about the 3 instead, tries to drive on Poole. He now kicks it over to Black. And right there, a shot clock violation as the Raiders, just with some strong defense right there, cutting off just about every lane for the Cardinals.
Yeah, like you said, Jacob, they really tightened up on defense on that possession and really didn't give Otterbein a good look no matter what. And thankfully the shot clock did go off because Reed Black put up that hook shot and made it.
MJ Davis and Dallas Patrick return here for Otterbein as Stanislawski takes a screen from Braden Poole, gives it right up to Braden. Braden fires up a mid-range. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound. They're going to get Reed Black on the personal there. And so Logan Hill's going to head to the free throw line here with the 1-on-1 opportunity.
Yeah, and just Reed Black way too aggressive on that one. Puts the Raiders in the bonus now. 1-on-1s.
And A big foul there on Reed Black as well. That's his third personal of the half. So he's going to take a seat, and Anthony Holmes is going to return here for the Otterbein Cardinals as Mount Union tries to break this tie here. Logan Hill with the one-on-one opportunity. First free throw is up, no good, but Poole comes up with a great rebound. Braden Poole now trying to put it back up, and he's able to do so. A strong move from Braden Poole.
Braden Poole definitely deserved that bucket after going up for that missed shot. Had his arm held by an Otterbein defender. Nonetheless, fought through the whole contact and made that bucket.
Jake Justice now has it. He kicks it over to Dallas Patrick. Patrick now trying to drive on Stanislawski. He's cut off by him though, and Ethan's going to force a traveling violation on Patrick. Just great one-on-one defense by Stanislawski.
And the Raiders are looking great on the defensive side of the ball in the last few minutes. And they are looking like the better team as of right now.
Justin Carter, Dominic Cantrella, and Ryan Cutler all return here for the Otterbein Cardinals. As the Raiders now on top, 27-25, 3.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Stanislawski will bring it up now. He'll be guarded by Brennan Raines. Kicks it over to Painter. Painter now down low to Hill. Hill with a nice post move, puts it up and puts it in. Logan Hill making his presence known off that bench.
And Logan Hill did get away with a little bit of a, as you would say, wraparound with his arm. Just got around the defender right there.
It's now 29-25 as Dominic Cantrella drives, and he's going to draw the blocking foul. And it's going to be on number 11, Andrew Keller. We'll see if they give him continuation. If not, then it would be just a one-on-one opportunity. And they will indeed not give him the continuation, so it will be a one-on-one opportunity for Cantrella, whose first free throw is up and short, no good off the rim. So Poole comes up with the rebound, and Stanislawski will bring it up now. The 3-minute mark here now at the MAC. It's 29-25 in favor of the Raiders. Stanislawski finds Braden Poole down low inside. Poole puts it up, puts it in, and the Raiders are now on top 31-25.
Yeah, Braden Poole, like you said, Jacob, is really making his presence in the paint as he puts up another shot. Really tough bucket for the senior.
Cantrella now swinging around the perimeter. Cutler gets it over to Raines, over to Patrick. Patrick now back to Raines, right back to Patrick. 9 on the shot clock now as Cutler tries to go to work. Instead hands it off to Cantrella. 4 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement here as Patrick fires up a 3. That one's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Hill's going to come up with it. But they will actually say Logan Hill has stepped on the baseline, so an interesting call there. I thought they were maybe going to get a foul call, but nonetheless it's a turnover there for the Raiders as Jake Justice returns here for Otterbein, as does number 10, Bryson Lane. So it's 31-25 Mount Union. 8-0 run here for the Raiders. As now Bryson Lane has it at the top of the key. Lane now drives. He'll hand it off to Carter. Carter now trying to drive on Poole. He's cut off by him though. Patrick now. 6 on the shot clock. Gives it up to Justice. 4 on the shot clock. Justice fires up a deep 3. That one's no good. Another strong defensive sequence there by the Raiders.
Yeah, and like I had said, the last previous possession, the Raiders are looking strong on defense today. Really making Otterbein work for every single movement and shot they put up.
Minute 58 to go now in the half. Mount Union on top, 31-25. As Stanislawski has it now. And he will find Logan Hill down there in the post. Logan Hill with a nice spin move, and Logan Hill gets to work in the post and puts it in for 2.
And Logan Hill, in his first game back since being out with COVID, is really doing a great job of being that Swiss Army knife that they have missed.
33-25 as we're going to get Chris Painter Jr. right there with the reach-in foul. So that'll be Painter's second personal foul. 9th team foul of the half, so it's still a 1-and-1 opportunity here as Bryson Lane heads to the free throw line. Painter's going to take a seat with those 2 fouls. Don't want him to pick up that 3rd foul right before the half. So Scariotis returns now for the Raiders. Lane's first free throw is up and good. 33-26 Mount Union now. as the Raiders defense really came into play today, just allowing 38% from the floor shooting-wise for the Cardinals. Lane's second free throw is in and out, so it's 33-26 still. Stanislawski now wants to slow things down here for the Raiders. He will find Poole in the post. Poole now going to work on Carter, and a nice move there by Braden Poole. He's going to draw the foul. And with the Raiders in the bonus, it's a 1-and-1 opportunity here as Justin Carter picks up his second personal.
I'm really liking the game plan from Mike Feuerlein right now. He understands that Braden Poole and Logan Hill are getting great shots there in the paint and really making those crucial moves to get those buckets. And now Braden Poole up to the line.
Poole's free throw is no good, so he misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And so now it'll be Bryson Lane bringing it down here for the Cardinals. There's a minute 13 to go here in the half. Otterbein tries to cut into this Mount Union lead. Lane will drive. Tries to get a shot up, but instead kicks it out to Carter. Carter now trying to put the moves on Poole. Puts it up. That one's short. Rebound once again to Braden Poole. Stanislawski now with under a minute to go in the half. Has it for Mount Union. Kicks it over to Andrew Keller. Keller now tries to drive. Picks up his dribble. Gives it out to Ethan Stanislawski. 16 on the shot clock now. As Stanislawski gives it inside once more to Braden Poole. Poole this time from the mid-range, and Braden Poole with the nice half here. He's got 8 points, makes it 35-26.
Braden Poole looking like the best player on the court right now, as he's just really unstoppable and playing super well for the Raiders.
As about a 5-second difference between shot clock and game clock, as there's 20 seconds to go here in the half. Bryson Lane will have it, and Lane will give it up to Dallas Patrick now. 6 on the shot clock. Lane drives, puts it up. That one's no good. And Keller comes up with the rebound. 5 seconds left. 4 seconds. Keller drives. Tried to get to Scariotis, but that's a turnover. And that's how the half is going to end. But a strong finish to the half for Mount Union. Found themselves trailing often in that first half. But a nice finish to the half makes it 35-26 at the halftime break in favor of the Raiders. Davis, what did you really like in that first half from the Mount Union performers?
Yeah, it's the defensive pressure that really stepped up from Mount Union as they forced Otterbein to only shoot 34.8% from the field. And they look really good, and I don't see anything changing really much. And they've also forced 7 turnovers on the game, and they look good. They look really good, and let's see if they can keep this up.
That's for sure, as Mount Union really just a strong half there as a team. Led in that first half, though. The leading scorer for the Raiders was Braden Poole. He had 8 points and 5 rebounds to really lead the Purple Raiders. Christian Parker, 7 points, 6 rebounds, and Ethan Stanislawski also had 7 points, and he had 5 assists in this one. And before we head to the halftime break, as I mentioned prior to the broadcast, today we are honoring the 1996-1997 men's basketball team here at the University of Mount Union. Just some highlights from that team that was OAC champions in that 96-97 season. They finished that season with a record of 25-5. They were 16-2 in the conference as well. And that team really, just with the strong play, they ended up winning the OAC. As I mentioned, they defeated Ohio Northern in that OAC championship game, 71-56. They actually made a run to the Sweet 16 that year as well, losing a heartbreaker to Wisconsin Stevens Point, 68-67 in Lincoln, Nebraska. But that 96-97 men's basketball team, one of the greatest teams ever here at the University of Mount Union. Just like to read off their names here before we head to the halftime break. On that roster, we had Todd Teradakis, Scott Ensley, Eric Kokendorfer, Mike Lower, Ryan Zocolo, Mike White, Tim Howman, Todd Fleming, Nate Molenhauer, Brent Barr, Seth Peterson, Eric Sampson, Aaron Shipp, Neil Richards, and Josh Coots. And their head coach that year was Lee Hood. And so really, just like to extend a congratulations to them, just great to have them back in here for that 25th anniversary. Definitely a proud accomplishment. Really one of the first great Mount Union men's basketball teams that was here on display. So it's great to have them in attendance here tonight. And we hope that the Purple Raiders can continue their success that they started 25 years ago and come up with the victory here tonight. We're going to take a short break here for the halftime intermission, and we'll be back momentarily for second half action, Mount Union and Otterbein. back here getting ready for second half action for the Mount Union Purple Raiders as they play host to the Otterbein Cardinals. And Mount Union currently finds themselves on top 35-26 here at the MAC. Game number 2 of our doubleheader here today. And Davis, really looking at the Raiders heading into halftime, who are some guys that really stood out to you for Mount Union that really made their impact known in that first half?
Yeah, Braden Poole played a great first half for the Raiders, finishing with the lead team high 8 points, and you know he just really caused a lot of problems in the paint for the Otterbein Cardinals. So I'm looking for Feline to keep using him and Christian Parker both in the post as well as Logan Hill. All three of them have been contributing very well. But Mount Union has scored more points off of turnovers than the Otterbein Cardinals, 12 compared to 6. And the big glaring stat is definitely scores in the paint, as Mount Union has scored 20 points compared to Otterbein's 6 points in the paint. But Otterbein's bench has been a little bit more better than the Mount Union Purple Raiders, as their bench has scored 13 points compared to Mount Union's 7. But the defense has really stepped up for Mount Union, as Otterbein is only shooting 34.8% from the field, while the Raiders are shooting just over 50% at 55.6%.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one there, partner. Really just great defense in that first half by Mount Union. 34%, like how you mentioned, from the floor for the Cardinals. As well, too, Mount Union just out-rebounding them 19-13 heading into this second half. They're going to need to keep up that intensity, as like how we mentioned at the beginning of this broadcast, this is a crucial game, a critical one here today for the Purple Raiders as they try to fight for OAC positioning here in the standings. As just taking a look at some other scores from around the OAC here today, Muskingum, who will actually be Mount Union's next opponent here at the MAC on Wednesday. They came in with a big victory over Ohio Northern, 83-56 earlier today. Baldwin Wallace, who's in that tie with Mount Union for third place, they defeated Capital 73-67 earlier today. At the half, down in Marietta, Heidelberg and Marietta, the two undefeated squads in the OAC, finally matching up here today. Heidelberg on top, 42-30 right now on the Pioneers. Student Princess was just a great team so far this season. And lastly, the only other game going on in the OAC, Wilmington on top of John Carroll, 54-38 at the half in that one. And like how we mentioned, Heidelberg and Marietta, the two undefeated squads in the OAC. They're currently battling for the number 1 position in the OAC standings. Mount Union, Otterbein, and Baldwin Wallace all tied for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So if the Raiders win here today, they're going to have the outright 3rd place. Baldwin Wallace will move up to 4. Otterbein will move up to 5, or vice versa. If Otterbein comes up with the win, they're 3, Mount Union is 5. So really, just a jam-packed OAC standings at the top, in the top 5. Really, Capital, they are in 6th at 3 and 4 in the conference. So Mount Union not in danger necessarily of falling to 6, but if they cannot hold on today, they might potentially drop to 5. So hopefully they hold on to this lead and get up into the top 3 of those standings outright. And so the Raiders will have their starting 5 out here to start the half. Stanislawski, Painter Jr., Braden Poole, Darrell Newsom, and Christian Parker. As the Cardinals now take the court as well, they will have their starting 5 of Justice Cantrilla, Reed Black, Carter, and Dallas Patrick. As the Cardinals have possession to start this second half, as they look to trim into this Mount Union deficit and come away with an upset victory here today. As Carter will give it on up to Reed Black. Black now hands it off to Carter, who gives it to Dallas Patrick. Patrick now hands it right back to Cantrilla, right back to Patrick once more. Now Reed Black with 10 on the shot clock drives. And Black puts it up. That one's rejected by Christian Parker. And Parker will hand it off to Stanislawski.
Yeah, Reed Black tried to do as much as he could in the post, but Christian Parker with just the better defense on that play with the nice block.
Stanislawski gives it inside to Poole, and that's how the second half will start for the Raiders, is a bucket by Braden Poole.
Braden Poole yet again making his presence in the paint as he scores that easy layup for the Raiders.
37-26 as Carter has it on the perimeter. Carter now will fake the handoff to Justice, but he picked up his dribble in the process, so he does a cross-court pass to Cantrilla, who does find Justice. Now Patrick, 8 on the shot clock, guarded tightly by Newsom, puts it up, puts it in. A contested jumper there from Dallas Patrick.
Yeah, it was great. A great jumper right there by Dallas Bryant, and he made a tough shot as well. Darrell Newsom with the great defense, though.
Braden Poole has it for Mount Union now, as the Raiders on top by 9, 37-28. He finds Christian Parker in the post. Parker puts it up. 2 men on him. It didn't matter. Christian Parker in 4-2.
Yeah, Parker got double teamed and actually had Chris Painter Jr. wide open in the corner for a three-pointer, but said, "It's my ball," and took that nice bank shot in for the Raiders.
Reed Black will hand it off to Cantrella. Cantrella fires up the 3, and Dominic Cantrella from the top of the key gets a three-pointer to go, and Andy Winters is going to call a quick timeout now for the Cardinals.
Yeah, just no one transitioned on to Cantrella right there on that open three-pointer for the Otterbein Cardinals.
So it's 39-31. Purple Raiders on top in this one. Cantrella, he just got his first 3 points to go here tonight. And the Raiders really just a lot of contributors here tonight, as Braden Poole, only player in double figures for both squads, 10 points, but Christian Parker right behind him at 9 points, and Ethan Stanislawski with the 7 points and the 6 assists. So both teams will come out of the huddle. It'll be Mount Union basketball here. So Braden Poole is going to inbound it here, as Otterbein is going to pick up with the full court press. And Poole inbounds it to Painter. Now the pressure backs off a little bit as Painter is able to get it across the timeline. And Painter will give it now to Stanislawski. Stanislawski tries to drive. Nice behind the back move. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Poole. Poole thought about the 3, instead goes for a drive. Nice spin move there, but that layup was no good. And the rebound to Black.
A very fancy move right there. Braden Poole going in between the legs, spin move. Try to use that left hand to get that ball in for the layup, but just too soft on his touch.
As Carter now has his pass deflected, and that'll be out of bounds, staying here with Otterbein. 17:44 to go here, second half. 39-31 in favor of the Raiders. And off the inbound, Carter with a nice pump fake, and he got Mount Union off their feet right there, and he gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, Christian Parker a little too eager to jump right there. Really just let Justin Carter have that easy layup for the Cardinals.
So Cardinals now just trailing by 6 as Parker puts up the layup. Well contested, no good. Second chance is no good as well, but he grabs it once more. This time he draws the personal. Just great hustle by Christian Parker.
Yeah, the Otterbein player is running a jump ball on that call, but he is called, or someone who is called for the foul, Jacob?
And
Reed
it looks
Black.
like it's going to be Reed Black. It's going to be his 4th personal foul. Wasn't sure exactly who they got there. And
yeah, that's a huge call, too. Reed Black, like you said, has drawn his 4th personal foul in the game. Only one more, and he is actually being taken out right now.
yeah, Black's going to take a seat. Anthony Holmes is going to return. And it actually appears they might change the foul call. Yeah, they are going to change the foul call. So, crazy sequence here. Andy Winters is trying to go for a jump ball call. He's not going to get that, but he is going to get something in his favor, though. As his starting center, Reed Black, re-enters the game. They're going to change the foul call and give it to Cantrella. So that's Cantrella's first personal, team's first. Reed Black now still with just 3 fouls. And right there, Otterbein wanted a backcourt violation, but it looked like Dallas Patrick pushed Darrell Newsom in the backcourt.
Yeah, and that's what the ref was telling to Andy Winters right there on that play.
As Stanislawski pulls up mid-range, that's no good, and so Otterbein's going to take it now. And out the other end, trying to get it to Justice, but it's stolen away by Stanislawski. What a save by him as well. Parker tried to get it up ahead to Chris Painter, and Painter couldn't corral it in time, so it's going to be out of bounds. Back to Otterbein.
Yeah, Stanislawski with a very nice pass, saving the ball, like you said, Jacob. Probably one of the most impressive plays we've seen today for the Purple Raiders.
So Cantrella will bring it up now. as he hands it off to Carter. Carter now will give it up to Reed Black as Black gives it now back to Cantrilla. Cantrilla now over to Black. Black finds a wide open Jake Justice, who just found the soft spot in the Mount Union defense and gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, Justice looked like he slipped in behind Chris Painter Jr., who did not know where he was, and led that easy basket for the Otterbein Cardinals.
39-35 now, as I believe they're going to get Dallas Patrick, yes, on that foul. So that'll be his first personal, team second. He'll be side out of bounds for Darrell Newsom. Newsom inbounds it to Stanislawski, as Stanislawski now gives it to Christian Parker. Parker now on the perimeter gives it up to Newsom. Newsom tries to drive, and he's going to draw the personal once again. It's going to be Dallas Patrick again. So for Patrick, that'll be his second personal, team's third. Nice take by Newsom. Yeah,
that's 2 quick fouls on Dallas Patrick. He needs to be careful, or else he's going to keep drawing these fouls.
And they're going to actually say that Darrell Newsom was going up for a shot there. And so Newsom is going to head to the line now for 2 free throws. Newsom's first free throw is up and good. Makes it 40-35 Mount Union. As Newsom gets set for the second. Second free throw is up and good as well. Raiders back on top by 6 now, 41-35. So Cantrilla will bring it up with Painter guarding him closely. And Cantrilla will give it up to Reed Black. Black now kicks it over to Dallas Patrick. Patrick fires up the 3, that's no good. Acrobatic rebound by Carter, but he shot that and actually hit the bottom of the backboard. Surprised he didn't call it out of bounds. Justice fires up a 3, that's no good. Painter's gonna come up with it now. Chris Painter Jr. at the other end, acrobatic layup is no good. Rebound to Cantrilla. And off the rebound, they're gonna get Ethan Stanislawski with the reach-in foul there. So for Stanislawski, that'll be his first personal, team's first of the half.
Yeah, I don't know why Stanislawski was really aggressive on that play. Actually, they called the foul on Chris Painter Jr. there.
Oh, wow, yes, you are correct on that one. I could have swore that they were going to call that on Stanislawski.
I also thought it was going to be on Stanislawski as well. Regardless, Chris Painter Jr. goes back to the bench for Michael Scariotis.
Yep, Scariotis, the freshman, will re-enter the contest here for the Raiders. So he will guard Cantrilla. And Cantrilla will hand it off to Jake Justice. Justice now to Black. Black gives it up to Dallas Patrick. Patrick now shoots mid-range, that one's off. Long rebound goes to Scariotis as Stanislawski brings it up now for the Raiders. So Ethan Stanislawski takes a screen from Christian Parker, swings it over to Newsom. Newsom down low inside to Parker, and Christian Parker gets to the rim for 2.
Yeah, and the bobble of the ball actually caused Reed Black to overextend his body, which led Christian Parker right into the paint for an easy open layup.
43-35 as Carter now with it on the perimeter, gives it up to Reed Black. Black now, back out to Carter. Carter, right back to Black, and Black now will try to get to Dallas Patrick. He's able to do so. It's 4 on the shot clock. They're gonna call a foul here, and this time it will be that 4th personal foul on Reed Black. And so he's definitely going to take a seat here. 4th team foul to half. So he takes a seat, as does Dallas Patrick, and as does, it appears, Justin Carter as well. So MJ Davis, Anthony Holmes, and number 5, Cam Evans, all return here for the Cardinals. Stanislawski brings it down here for Mount Union. They have an 8-point lead here with 14:28 to go in the half. Stanislawski now drives, gives it up to Parker down low, and Christian Parker once again goes to work inside for 2.
Yeah, he said, Anthony Holmes, get out of my way, took that shot straight in front of him, and made that easy basket for the Raiders.
45-35 as Cantrilla now picks up his dribble, needs to get to someone, and he's able to do so over to Jake Justice. Justice now will give it on up to Holmes, who gives it right back to Justice. Justice now fires up a shot mid-range. That's an air ball, but a great offensive rebound, just no good for Anthony Holmes. And right there, Darrell Newsom now fires up a transition three, and Darrell Newsom opens up the largest lead of the game for the Raiders. Andy Winters has seen enough. He calls a timeout as Mountain Union finds themselves on top now, 48-35.
Christian Parker did a great job of grabbing that rebound and taking it up the court and finding Darrell Newsom open for that three-point shot. And that is exactly what the Raiders needed, as, like you said, Jacob, and Andy Winters takes that timeout.
48-35, Mountain Union now, they are starting to roll as big-time transition basket right there from Darrell Newsom. He now has 8 points in this one. And so it's now 47-35, my apologies, they corrected on the scoreboard. And just like to give an update once more from that battle for the top spot in the OAC. It's getting a little bit closer now. Heidelberg on top still though, 61-57, 11.5 minutes to go in that one. So big game going down here at the MAC for a battle for the 3 seed in the OAC. And there's an even bigger game going on in Marietta right now. Battle for the top seed in the OAC. So both teams will get set to come out of the timeout here. For the Raiders, it will be Poole, Parker, Darrell Newsom, Ethan Stanislawski, and Mike Scariotis. For Otterbein, it will be Brennan Rains, Anthony Holmes, Cam Evans, Jake Justice, and MJ Davis. So Rains will get set to inbound here. And the referees are going to discuss something. I don't know what this is really about. And not sure what the discussion was about, but nonetheless, they will inbound it here as Jake Justice has it, guarded closely by Scariotis. Justice hands it off to Cam Evans. Evans now drives, but right there, nice take by Cam Evans, a near block by Christian Parker, but instead Parker's going to get the personal.
Yeah, tough bucket right there by Cam Evans. Really used his body to his advantage, even though he was the smaller guy in the situation. Really went up strong and is up to the line for the N1.
So that was Parker's third personal foul and the second team foul of the half. He's going to take a seat. Logan Hill is going to re-enter the contest now for the Raiders. It's 47-37. Cam Evans tries to complete the three-point play here at the line. And he's able to do so. So Cam Evans now with 6 points off that Otterbein bench makes it 47-38 Mount Union. Stanislawski now over to Braden Poole. Poole hands it off to Stanislawski once more. So Stanislawski takes that screen from Logan Hill, gives it over to Poole once again. Braden's trying to go to work here on MJ Davis. Steps back, fires mid-range, and Braden Poole gets the two.
Braden Poole looking really silky smooth in that with that mid-range jumper right there. Just pulled up, hesitated a little bit, but went for it, and it was in.
Brennan Rains now gives it to Holmes, gives it right back to Rains. Rains now drives, puts it up. Nice defense there by Hill, no good. The second chance opportunity for Otterbein. That's in and out from the three for MJ Davis. As Stanislawski now tried to hit a backdoor cut, courtesy of Darrell Newsom, but that pass was just too wide. It's going to be a turnover for Mount Union.
Yeah, don't get discouraged there, Stanislawski. That's a very hard pass to make, making that baseline pass to Darrell Newsom. If he would have made that pass, I'm sure we would have seen a pretty cool slam dunk from Newsom.
That's for sure, as Newsom definitely got behind the defense there. It looked as though he had an easy layup. Nonetheless, it's a turnover for Mount Union as Dallas Patrick re-enters the game here for the Cardinals. Rains has it now, and he will give it up to Holmes. Holmes hands it off to Cam Evans. Evans tries to drive, kicks out to Patrick. Patrick now, the strong take to the rim, but that one's no good. Rebound, Braden Poole.
Yeah, that was a great closeout by Darrell Newsom as he went up with him and even better contest right there by Braden Poole.
Poole gives it up to Newsom. And Newsom now drives. Pass is deflected into the hands of Braden Poole. Right place, right time. Braden Poole with the up and under move, and he's heading to the line for an and one.
Yet again, showing his presence in the paint with a nice little fake, or excuse me, a nice little pump fake and up up for the line for Braden Poole.
So that foul's on MJ Davis, his first, team's fifth. As Poole now hits the free throw for the and one. He's got a game high 15 points to go along with 6 rebounds. And interesting here for Coach Andy Winters, he's going to put Reed Black back into this contest with 4 fouls. So expect the Raiders to go Reed Black's way to try to draw that 5th personal.
Yeah, and I think what Andy Winters is thinking is he needs Reed Black in the game in order to stop the constant scoring from Braden Poole and Christian Parker in the paint.
As Black might have gotten away with a travel right there. Instead, he hands it off to Raines. Raines now drives, kicks out to Davis. Nice ball movement here as Evans has it now. Evans looks to drive on Stanislawski. It's off his foot into the hands of Reed Black. 5 on the shot clock now. 3 now as Black puts up the hook shot. No good. Rebound Newsom. Raiders putting together a lot of good defensive sequences here as Stanislawski gives it up to Newsom, who gives it to Hill. Back to Ethan now. Stanislawski tries to drive baseline, but he had his foot out of bounds, and so it'll be a turnover for Mount Union. Substitutions here once again for Otterbein. Bryson Lane and Justin Carter return. 52-38 Mount Union, 11:19 to go in this one. Braden Poole has led the way today for Mount Union with 15 points, 6 rebounds. Christian Parker, though, also adding with 13 points and 10 boards, a double-double for him. So Dallas Patrick will give it on up to Cam Evans. Evans now finds Patrick down low inside. Hesitation at first from Patrick, but he gets the layup for 2.
Yeah, Patrick did a great job of just cutting to the basket, and Cam Evans was looking in his direction and made that basket really easy for the Cardinals.
52-40 as Poole gives it over to Scariotis, who gives it back to Braden. Poole now hands it right back off to Mike Scariotis. And Scariotis finds Poole on the roll. Poole tries to back down Black in the post. Nice spin move right there by Braden Poole, a double spin move as he gets the layup for 2.
Yeah, and the Cardinals bench all over that, saying that he definitely traveled on that play. Don't know about that one, but that was a nice bucket for Braden Poole.
54-40 now as Cam Evans has it in the corner. Evans gives it up to Reed Black. And Black gives it right back to Cam Evans. Evans now tried to drive, but he was met by Logan Hill. That's going to be Hill's first personal foul, team's 3rd.
Yeah, Hill just wasn't moving his feet as quickly as he needed to right there, as Cam Evans did get him with the blocking foul.
So Evans is going to inbound it now for Otterbein. He inbounds it to Bryson Lane. And Lane gives it over to Dallas Patrick. Patrick now over to Black. Black thought about the 3, instead gives it right back to Dallas Patrick. Patrick drives, puts up the layup. That one's blocked by Newsom. An incredible save once again by Stanislawski. And now Ethan's going to bring it up here for the Raiders.
Yeah, that was a heck of a defensive sequence right there. Darrell Newsom with the massive block, and Stanislawski with the beautiful save like he had earlier in the game.
Stanislawski trying to back down Evans. Fires up the contested jumper. That one's no good. Rebound to the Cardinals. Lane's going to push the pace here for Otterbein. He gets into the middle of the lane, and they're going to get Stanislawski here with the foul. So Stanislawski came from behind, tried to go for a block. Bryson Lane then went into a pass. And so Stanislawski's going to get his first personal foul here.
Yeah, and I think if he didn't make as much contact with Lane as he did, he probably would have gotten away with the call right there.
And they're going to say Bryson Lane was actually going up for the jump shot, which to give him credit, I think that's what he was initially trying to do, but he definitely went into a pass after he sensed Stanislawski coming from behind him. So the referee's kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt here. It's Bryson Lane. His first free throw is no good. It's 54-40 here, 9:24 to go in the contest. Second free throw is up. This time it gets a friendly roll off the rim. 54-41 Mount Union. Skariotis now gives it up to Stanislawski. Stanislawski will bring it up for Mount Union as he kicks it over to Newsom. Newsom now in the corner gives it up to Ethan. As the Raiders get set here, Stanislawski gives it up to Newsom. Newsom now being guarded closely, gives it up to Skariotis. 6 on the shot clock. Skariotis finds Poole inside. Poole tried to find Logan Hill, but that pass was wide, so turnover there for the Raiders.
Just not a good offensive sequence right there for the Raiders. Just didn't know what they were doing on that one.
Bryson Lane drives, puts up the shot. That's no good. Rebound to Logan Hill. Stanislawski now has it for Mount Union. They're in control of this one right now, 54-41. Gives it up to Hill. Hill over to Skariotis. Skariotis fires up a 3. That one's no good. Rebound Cam Evans. Evans now brings it up here for Otterbein. Coast to coast and to the lane. Cam Evans with a strong take, and he has another chance for an and one opportunity.
And yet again, another strong drive by Cam Evans, really showing that he can be a presence in the post.
And so that's going to be Logan Hill with the personal, his second personal foul, team's 5th. There's going to be some substitutions here for Otterbein. Dominic Cantrola and Jake Justice will return. As for Mount Union, Christian Parker is going to return, but before all of that happens, Mike Feuline calls a timeout here as Otterbein starting to get a little bit of momentum here. 54-43. Mount Union is on top of the Cardinals. And Davis, right now, if you're the Purple Raiders, what do you have to do to make sure that you're not taking your foot off the gas quite yet and trying to extend this lead just a little bit more?
Yeah, I think they just need to keep up the pressure. Obviously, Reed Black is still in the game. I'm surprised they still haven't gone, to him, gone against him too often. I mean, he's only one foul away from being out, and the Raiders definitely need to take advantage of that.
That's for sure, as the Raiders still with a comfortable 11-point lead, but you do not want to give Otterbein any life here as they try to come back in this one. And an interesting development going on in that battle for the top spot in the OAC down in Marietta. The Pioneers have stormed all the way back, and with 6.5 minutes to go in that one, they have now opened up a double-digit lead, 76-65. They are currently outscoring Heidelberg in the second half, 46-23. So really, the Pioneers seem to be doing what they did to Mount Union the other night down in Marietta as well, using a strong second half to their advantage, as now it's a 77-65 game. And so Marietta looks like they might be beginning to pull away in that one, potentially in the battle for the top spot. Mount Union tries to gain a little bit more separation here so that they can claim the 3 spot in the OAC. Both teams get set to come out of the timeout. Cam Evans is going to have an opportunity for his second and 1 of the contest. Evans has 8 points off the Otterbein bench. So Evans puts up the free throw. That one's good. 54-44. Evans is going to take a seat now as Jake Justice will make his return. 8:22 to go in this one. 54-44 Raiders. Stanislawski now gives it up to Parker. Parker brings it up the floor himself, hands it back off to Stanislawski. Stanislawski now tries to drive and gives it up to Parker in the post. Parker now backing down on Reed Black, puts up the hook shot for 2.
There have been many times in this game where it's either Christian Parker or Braden Poole or Logan Hill where they've just faced in front of either Reed Black or Anthony Holmes and just rose up for the nice little bank shots they've been getting during this game.
56-44 now as Cantrella gives it up to Black. Black gives it up to Justice now. Justice tries to drive. He's met by multiple defenders. Patrick now drives baseline, gives it over to Black. Black now back to Patrick. It's 3 on the shot clock. Patrick needs to get a shot up here. Well contested by Newsom. That one's short. Rebound Braden Poole. As Poole goes down to the ground, but he's able to save possession and gives it to Stanislawski. Gives it right back to Poole. Poole now kicks it over to Scariotis. Scariotis gives it now to Stanislawski. Stanislawski now finds Poole in the post. Poole with a nice spin move, puts it up, and that one will be a foul call on the Otterbein Cardinals as Poole with a nice strong take heads back to the free throw line.
Yeah, and it looks like Cantrella was not too happy with the call as he didn't think he made a lot of contact with Braden Poole in the shot. Nonetheless, Braden Poole is up for 2 for the Raiders.
So Braden Poole will head to the free throw line here for 2. 7:06 to go in this one. 56-44, Raiders on top. Poole just really a strong night for him. He's 8 for 10 from the floor, 17 points to go along with 8 rebounds. Make that 18 points now as Chris Painter Jr. re-enters the game here for Mount Union. It's now 57-44 as Poole's second free throw is up and good as well. So Poole makes it 58-44 Raiders. And so now Jake Justice has it for Otterbein. He will give it off to Reed Black. Black now thought about the 3 once again. Instead hands it off to Cantrella. Cantrella now tries to drive, gives it up to Black. Black now tried to find Justin Carter, but he shuffled his shoes, so it's a turnover for Otterbein.
Yeah, Reed Black was getting pressured really hard right there by Braden Poole and Christian Parker. And I think he just felt a little antsy with what to do with the ball, and instead moving the ball, he moved his feet instead.
Cam Evans returns here for Otterbein as Newsom brings it up now for the Raiders. He gives it to Painter. Right back over to Darrell Newsom, who finds Stanislawski. Stanislawski now kicks it over to Christian Parker. Parker now down low to Braden Poole. Poole fighting for position in the post is going to draw the personal. And so Braden Poole will draw the foul. It'll be the 17th foul. So Poole will have a one-on-one opportunity as that foul was on Dallas Patrick, his 3rd personal.
Yeah, as soon as Braden Poole got that ball on the post, there wasn't just 1, not 2, but 3 Otterbein Cardinal defenders all around him. And thankfully, he drew the foul call.
Poole's first free throw is up and good. It's now 20 points tonight for Braden Poole. 59-44. As Poole's second free throw is up. And that one's short, so Mount Union will still remain on top, 59-44 here. As Justice hands it off to Justin Carter now. Carter over to Evans. Evans tries to drive on Painter, finds a cutting Jake Justice. Nice ball movement here as Patrick thought about the 3. He's run off the line, gives it up to Carter. Right back to Patrick. 5 on the shot clock as Dallas Patrick drives and goes to work. Blocked by Newsom, but they're going to get Darrell Newsom with the foul. And Darrell was not too happy about that one. He thought he got a clean block. But nonetheless, that'll be Newsom's 3rd personal foul, 6th of the half.
Yeah, and like you said, Jacob, I wouldn't be too thrilled either. It looked like Darrell Newsom stayed with Dallas Patrick the whole way, and I thought it was clean. I really did. But here he is at the line for 2.
Patrick's first free throw is up and short, so this game remains 59-44. Dallas Patrick came in tonight leading scorer for the Otterbein Cardinals this season. So far, the Raiders have held him to just 7 points on 3 of 12 shooting here tonight. Patrick's second free throw is up and no good as well, but Reed Black comes up with the offensive board, kicks out to Jake Justice for the 3. That one's no good. Rebound, Braden Poole. So now Stanislawski brings it up here for Mount Union. 5:45 to go in this one. Raiders on top by 15. Otterbein appears to be in a 2-3 zone right now as Newsom kicks it over to Parker, kicks it over to Stanislawski, over to Painter in the corner for 3. That's short. Newsom, though, on the putback. His putback effort's short. Poole comes up with the rebound and gives it to Parker. Parker now cross-court pass to Darrell Newsom, who finds Stanislawski up at the top for 3. Great ball movement by Mount Union as Ethan Stanislawski hits the 3. 62-44. The Raiders are rolling right now.
Yeah, it all started with when Braden Poole didn't give up on that missed shot, grabbed the offensive rebound, made a great saving pass to Christian Parker. Parker to Newsom, Newsom to Stanislawski for that 3-pointer, like you said, Jacob. great ball movement, and Mount Union's looking great tonight. Definitely needed this performance considering they lost 25. They lost by 25 points to Marietta in their last showing. Definitely needed this as a big confidence booster to the team.
That's for sure, as the Raiders are really starting to get that separation now. Again, another update from Marietta. The Pioneers now on top, 85-75, less than 3 minutes to go in that one as they try to hold on to the top spot in the OAC. And Davis, all day, man, we've been here together. You're here right next to me with that Joe Burrow jersey on right now. What's the score update going on from that Bengals game?
Been trying my hardest not to look at the score too much, but it is currently 13-6 Cincinnati. So I'm hoping the Bengals can finally end their 31-year playoff drought win. Definitely makes me nervous that I'm not watching the game right now, but thankfully we are seeing a great men's basketball game and a fantastic performance by the Purple Raiders today.
I'm hoping the best there for your Bengals there, buddy. It'd be great to see them come out with the victory, as it would here for the men's basketball team to hold on to victory here tonight. So for the Raiders, out of the timeout, it's going to be that starting five as Newsome, Stanislawski, Parker, Poole, and Chris Painter Jr. are all out there for the Raiders. As for the Cardinals, they will have Jake Justice, Cam Evans, Brennan Rains, Alex Hanna, and number 42, Reed Black. Raiders come out in the press here as Hanna now has it, and he gives it up to Jake Justice. Justice now gives it on up to Rains. Rains over to Cam Evans. Evans thought about the three, instead gives it up to Justice. Justice drives into the lane, kicks out to Evans for the open three, and Cam Evans having himself a nice night off that Otterbein bench. He's got 11 points, makes it 62-47.
The Cardinals did a fantastic job of breaking that press Mount Union started out the timeout in, and really found the open shooter and great ball movement, really.
Stanislawski tried to hit Christian Parker in the post, but that's a turnover there for the Raiders. As Rains now with it. He gives it on up to Evans. Evans now back over to Rains. Rains fires up a three. That time it's short. Fight for the rebound, and Otterbein did not get to it in time. So it'll be back to Mount Union. 4:33 left to go in this one, 62-47. As Newsome gives it up to Stanislawski. Stanislawski now right back to Durrell as Newsome kicks it on out to Painter. Painter fires up the three, that's short, and the rebound there to Jake Justice. Justice now slows things down here, and he kicks it over to Hanna. Hanna now over to Evans for the three. Cam Evans is hot off that Otterbein bench. He's got 14 now, 62-50.
Yeah, Cam Evans is really proving that, you know, maybe he earns a starting position. But regardless, he's having a great game so far, scoring 14 points for the Cardinals.
Stanislawski over to Newsome, who finds Parker down low in the post. Strong take by Christian Parker as he draws the personal.
Yeah, they're just a little too aggressive there from Ryan Cutler, and just hammered Christian Parker right there on the shot. Parker up on the line for two.
So Parker heads to the free throw line here. First free throw's up, no good. Great game once again though from Christian Parker. 15 points and 10 rebounds for the sophomore to go along with 2 blocks as well. He and Braden Poole each with the double-double here tonight, as Poole with 10 rebounds as well. Poole almost came up with his 11th rebound off the miss. Said gets the steal, and Braden Poole with the jam there for the Raiders.
Yeah, and even though he got the ball stolen from him, somehow got it back and made a fantastic play right there. Braden Poole really having a great game for the Purple Raiders.
22 points and 11 rebounds now for Poole. 64-50. Evans drives once again. He's going to head to the free throw line. Darrell Newsome is not a fan of that call, as he's going to get called for the personal, his 14th foul, 7th of the half.
I wouldn't be a fan of that call either. I mean, he's having good positioning on Cam Evans, and for some reason, just because Cam Evans is throwing up a shot, Darrell's getting called with these fouls. I don't really see them.
Yeah, that one might have been a little bit of a questionable one there. I would have to agree with you. Nonetheless, Evans goes back to the free throw line here. First free throw is up and good. And Before Evans shoots his second free throw, we're going to get a timeout here. And out of the timeout, Mike Scariotis is going to check in here for the Raiders, as MJ Davis will get set to check in for Otterbein as well. And so 3:31 to go in this contest, 64-51. Davis, if you're Andy Winters right now, what are you trying to draw up for the Cardinals on the defensive side of the ball so they can get possession back and try to cut into this lead just a little bit more?
I mean, if I'm Andy Winters, I'm really trying to focus in on the paint right now. It doesn't really look like the Purple Raiders are shooting well from deep at all in this game, so you're trying to draw up something to make them shoot more than trying to stop them in the paint per se. But Andy Winters has a lot on his hands as the Otterbein Cardinals are down 13 with about 3:30 left to play in the second half.
Yeah, right now Mount Union just dominating that paint like how you mentioned. They're outscoring the Cardinals 38-18 in the paint here today. And really, like how you mentioned too, just 4 for 15 from the three-point line, 26% overall. So really the Raiders have gotten the majority of their points from inside the paint. As the 5-4 Mount Union will be Scariotis, Painter, Stanislawski, Christian Parker, and Braden Poole, as Evans is going to shoot his second free throw here out of the timeout. It's Evans, MJ Davis, Reed Black, Jake Justice, and number 12, Brendan Rains in here for the Otterbein Cardinals. As Evans gets ready here for his second free throw. And that one's good. Cam Evans with a team high 16 points, 64-52 now, Purple Raiders.
Yeah, he's putting on one heck of a performance for the Cardinals, the sophomore. He's doing it. He's just having a really good game for them.
Scariotis now, behind the back move, is able to get it up past half court now. He's guarded closely by Evans. He gives it up to Painter. It's Painter now. Tried to put the moves on, but he stepped out of bounds. And the Raiders turn the ball over here. Otterbein could potentially get some momentum going here.
Yeah, I don't know what that referee was seeing, because Chris Painter Jr. took a step and then they called him out of bounds. Not really sure what that was, and it wasn't even a step back, it was a step forward. Very confusing play right there. Nonetheless, it is Otterbein ball.
Jake Justice fakes the handoff to MJ Davis, tries to drive on Painter. Now he kicks it over to Evans. Evans now gets it stripped away there by Painter. Painter's ahead of the pack. He goes up to the rim for two. Chris Painter Jr. defense leads to offense.
Yeah, and after that botched call right there by the referee, he steals the ball and gets those points for himself.
Brendan Rains fires up a deep three. That's no good. Stanislawski with the full court pass to Christian Parker. Parker tried to throw it down, but it bounced in and out. And so Cam Evans now drives. He's going to draw the personal here. Poole came in with the rejection, but I believe they're going to get Chris Painter Jr. on that one. So if that's the case, that'll be Painter's fourth personal, and it is the case. So Painter is getting his fourth personal foul, eighth team foul of the half. Yeah,
and that pass by Stanislawski looked like he was Joe Burrow out there. what an outlet pass to Christian Parker, and unfortunately Parker a little bit too much on the slam right there as the ball bounced out.
Cam Evans back to the free throw line once again. He has been there a lot here tonight, as Evans shoots free throws 5 and 6 for him tonight. Hits the first one, 66-53 now. Dallas Patrick will return here for Otterbein. Darrell Newsome will return for the Raiders. Interesting to note, and important to note as well, Newsome and Painter are both playing with 4 personal fouls here for Mount Union. Evans' second free throw rattles in. So Evans is now perfect, 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Team high 18 points, 66-54 now in favor of the Raiders. Stanislawski now kicks it over to Poole. Poole over to Newsome. Newsome tried to get it over to Painter. It's deflected right back into his hands though. Stanislawski now has it. 16 on the shot clock. Braden Poole drives. Kicks it on out to Newsome for the open three. And Darrell Newsome, nobody around him, makes the defense pay.
Braden Poole could have easily taken that shot in the paint, but decided to pass it to Darrell Newsome for the open three.
Stanislawski at the other end comes up with the steal. He tells his team he's going to slow things down as Braden Poole has it now. Minute 57 to go in this one. Poole kicks over to Newsom for the corner three, and Darrell Newsom's feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. Big time three there from Rel makes it 72-54.
And with the back-to-back threes, you could probably say at this point during the game, Mount Union has definitely clinched a win.
As the three at the other end by Jake Justice is no good, Painter is going to slow things down for the Raiders. He gives it to Stanislawski as there's a minute 28 to go now. Mount Union sitting comfortably on top by 18. Kicks it over to Parker. Parker now has his way with the three. That time it's no good. Poole, though, saves the ball, but Reed Black comes up with it. So now Evans drives, kicks it on over to Brennan Rains for three, and Brennan Rains, an open three there, makes it 72-57.
Yeah, and that was a great transition three right there by Rains. Just, calmed down, set his feet, and took the shot.
Painter kicks it over to Newsom. Newsom thought about another three, but that time just kicks it out to Poole as they're going to dribble some clock out here. And Poole hands it off to Newsom, who gives it up to Stanislawski. Stanislawski now drives, puts up the shot in the lane, and Ethan Stanislawski makes it 74-57.
Yeah, he got the ball and just took it himself as Cam Evans makes a nice layup underneath off of that nice dish for the Cardinals.
And Evans makes it 74-59. He's got 20 points now. Substitutions here for the Cardinals. Anthony Holmes, as it looks like Anthony Holmes, Garrett Taylor will check in here, as will Reed Taylor. And one last substitution as well, Braden Galaska. So a whole new five out here for Otterbein. Stanislawski's going to bring it up here. 30 seconds left to go in this one, 22 seconds on the shot clock. It's going to be a big victory here for Mount Union tonight. As Davis and I have mentioned multiple times here tonight, big time 25-point loss. It was going to be interesting to see how the Raiders responded. They came out with a slow start in this one, but managed to pull away in the end. So a lot of contributions from everybody on this roster, as Poole's going to take the shot clock violation, and Otterbein is going to have possession here, presumably just to dribble out the clock. So Taylor will inbound it here. And there's going to be no dribbles here from Brandon Galaska, as that's how this game will end. The Purple Raiders come out on top of this one, 74-59. They're going to improve to 11-2, while Otterbein's going to drop to 10-4. Davis, what really went well here today for the Raiders in your eyes?
I think the play by Braden Poole today really was fantastic. I mean, for the game, he finished with 22 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists that go along with 1 block and 1 steal. And I know he had been getting some foul trouble in the past few games, but he only finished today with 1 foul. So Braden Poole, his play today, I think really propelled the Purple Raiders to this fantastic win over the Otterbein Cardinals.
Have to agree with you on that one. Braden Poole, he played a team high too, 38 minutes tonight. So 22 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists for Braden Poole. But he wasn't alone. A lot of contributions all throughout this roster. Christian Parker, 15 points, 10 rebounds. Darrell Newsom had 13 points, as well as 3 3-pointers for Rel, and Stanislawski, 12 points and 8 assists. An all-around great effort for the Purple Raiders. And, too, we'd just like to congratulate one last time that 1996-1997 men's basketball team, the OAC champs, Sweet 16 run that squad had. It was great to have them back in the MAC here today to honor them. But for the great Davis Roby, my name is Jacob Attar, and as always, it's a great day to be a Purple Raider.